and my sweet students. So I'm right back here again with you with my latest video in which I'm going to give you simple introduction of tenses. So let's start the class.
Origin of the word tense. Tense. The word actually had been derived from Latin language tender, the meaning of which was time. With the passage of time, the word changed its form as tenses, that also meant time. Then, after some time, the word again had been adopted by French language and it also changed its form as tense, T-E-N-S. That also means time. Then the word had been adopted by Middle English and it also changed its form and spelling as T-E-N-S-E. That also meant time. So in this way we can say that whenever we do tenses, whenever we translate any sentence, always we have to pay attention at the time of the tense. उसके समय पर ध्यान देना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है सेंटेंस करते समय और टेंस करते समय. So let's go through the chapter in detail. Tense is that form of a verb which not only shows the time of an action but also the state of that action. तो इस प्रकार से हम कह सकते हैं कि टेंस या काल ना केवल किसी क्रिया या घटना के होने के समय को दर्शाता है बल्कि यह भी दर्शाता है कि वह क्रिया किस परिस्थिति में हुई है. Now comes the classification of tenses. There are three types of tenses as we all know: present tense, past tense and future tense. And then each tense has been divided in four parts itself: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now, before understanding the tenses deeply, we have to understand the three basic roots of tenses. The three basic roots of tenses are structure, forms of the verb and person. एक बार ये तीन चीज़ें अच्छी तरह से समझ आ जाती हैं तो टेंसेस सीखने में हमें इतनी ज़्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होती है.
Students are often found to hear from their teachers, elders or mentors that they have not placed the subject at proper place in the sentence or they have not used the verb or object appropriately in the sentence. But why does it happen? ऐसा क्यों होता है? ऐसा इसलिए होता है क्योंकि काफ़ी बार हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को यही नहीं पता होता है कि सब्जेक्ट किसे कहते हैं, वर्ब किसे कहते हैं और ऑब्जेक्ट किसे कहते हैं. So let's start with the structure of tenses.
So now, first comes the structure of tenses. The structure of tenses has been formed consisting three different components: subject, verb, and object. What is a subject? Any person, place, thing, or feeling around whom or which our whole sentence revolves is called subject. Also called a doer. तो इस प्रकार से हम कह सकते हैं कि वह व्यक्ति, वस्तु, स्थान या कोई भी भावना जिसके चारों तरफ हमारा वाक्य घूमता है सब्जेक्ट कहलाता है. In short, we can say any person, place, thing or feeling which or whom we are talking about is called subject. Let us understand it with an example. Akash flies a kite. Akash flies a kite. तो इस सेंटेंस में हम एग्जैक्टली किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? इस सेंटेंस में हम बात कर रहे हैं एग्जैक्टली आकाश के बारे में, ना कि काइट के बारे में. ओके, सो हियर आकाश इज अवर सब्जेक्ट. Let us see one more example. The kite is soaring in the sky. The kite is soaring in the sky. तो आकाश में क्या उड़ रहा है? It is exactly the kite that is soaring in the sky. So exactly in this sentence we are talking about the kite, about a kite. Okay, so kite here will be our subject.
What is a verb? An action? Yes, this is the answer of most of the people. But if the definition of verb is limited to the action only, no. A verb is not only an action, it is something else also. What? You don't believe it? Let's check.
What is a verb? A verb is not only an action but also a state, an occurrence, or a mental condition that is shown or done by our subject. तो इस प्रकार से verb न केवल सब्जेक्ट के द्वारा किए गए कार्य को दर्शाती है बल्कि सब्जेक्ट की परिस्थिति तथा मानसिक दशा को भी दिखाती है. Let's take example number 1. Akash flies a kite. Akash flies a kite. तो इस सेंटेंस में एक्शन कहाँ हो रहा है? एक्शन हो रहा है फ्लाइज में. सो फ्लाइज इट इज अवर वर्ब. Let us see one more example. The kite is flying in the sky. The kite is flying in the sky. In this sentence also, flying is our verb, but it is not an action but a state of our subject. लास्ट सेंटेंस में भी फ्लाई वर्ब है बट वहाँ पर वो एक्शन है, यहाँ पर स्टेट है. क्यों? क्योंकि वहाँ पर आकाश दैट इज़ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, ही इज़ परफॉर्मिंग एन एक्शन. बट यहाँ पर काइट वो एक नॉन लिविंग थिंग है. ओके, तो एक नॉन लिविंग थिंग अपने आप कोई भी एक्शन कार्य नहीं कर सकता. इस वजह से यहाँ पर जो फ्लाइंग वर्ड है वो एक एक्शन नहीं है बल्कि वो एक स्टेट है. वो हमारे सब्जेक्ट की एग्जैक्टली परिस्थिति को शो कर रहा है. ओके, सो बिकॉज इट इज शोइंग द स्टेट ऑफ आवर सब्जेक्ट, सो इट विल बी आवर वर्ब. नेक्स्ट, so verb is an occurrence also. It can be any happening also. किसी भी घटना या दुर्घटना या कोई भी हैपनिंग हुई है वह भी हमारी वर्ब ही होती है. For example, she became a doctor last year. So it was an incident that happened last year. तो यहाँ हम देखते हैं she became, यहाँ पर she वो कोई एग्जैक्टली एक्शन नहीं कर रही है, ठीक है। ये उसकी एक्चुअली अकरेंस, उसके इंसिडेंट को बता रहे हैं कि उसके साथ क्या हुआ। तो इस प्रकार से हम कह सकते हैं कि वर्ब एक अकरेंस को भी कहते हैं। नेक्स्ट वन, a verb shows our mental condition also. For example, Akriti seems very happy today. So here seems is our verb, but it is not an action but a mental condition. Seems आकृति की एक्चुअली मेंटल कंडीशन को शो कर रहा है। आकृति डायरेक्टली कोई भी एक्शन नहीं कर रही है, ओके। सो दैट इज वाई we can say that a verb shows a mental condition also. So ultimately we can say a verb is an action, a state, an occurrence and a mental condition. So from next time, whenever anybody asks from you what is a verb, you will not say exactly it is an action, but an action, a state, an occurrence and a mental condition.
So now, I hope you won't get confused with the meaning of verb. Now, let us discuss our next step, an object. What is an object?
An object is a word upon which either the action is performed by our subject or it is affected by our subject anyhow. वह शब्द जिसके ऊपर या तो हमारा सब्जेक्ट कार्य करता है या फिर किसी न किसी प्रकार से वह सब्जेक्ट के द्वारा प्रभावित होता है, ऑब्जेक्ट कहलाता है। Let's move to our first example. Akash flies a kite. So here we can notice Akash is our subject, flies an action, and kite, it is an object. Why? Because Akash, that is a person, he is performing an action and he is performing that action upon kite, okay, upon the kite. तो क्योंकि डायरेक्टली जो पर्सन है वो काइट के ऊपर एक्शन कर रहा है, सो काइट हियर विल बी अवर ऑब्जेक्ट। Let us see here one more example of object that defines the object. Akriti seems very happy today. Here happy, it is an object, but it is not any object upon which our subject is performing an action. It is actually affected by our subject. Okay, it is actually a complement. Okay, so the complement is in the form of an object. Akriti, that is a human being, it is actually affecting our object. ठीक है, तो इस प्रकार से हम कह सकते हैं कि an object is also a word that is affected by our subject. So in this part I explained you the structure of a tense with the explanation of subject, verb and object. Meet you soon in my next session, in which I will explain you different kinds of verbs and persons. That is also an important part of learning tenses. Thank you. Happy learning.